welcome to Sport This Morning. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
Always a pleasure to have you join us to talk sports from your exciting world of sports. And you know what? Let's go to Malaysia, where we've been monitoring all that is going on at the IWTF World Team Championship. Now, look at that headline. It says, flawless victory. That's the story of Nigeria's men's team at the competition. They went 5 games unbeaten. Now, we need to stand up for the champions because now they're going into the quarterfinals and will play either India or Hungary.
Yeah, definitely 100% record for Nigeria. For the
That's
first time in their history, they were able to win all their group games and straight up to the quarterfinals. Okay, now let's go to Germany. What happened last night? Now, for the first time this season, Bayern Munich, of course, are losing at home. They lost to Mainz by 2-1. It wasn't expected because for the first time in 3 months, they are losing again. So 2 games they lost so far this season. Pep Guardiola is saying that, well, the German Bundesliga title, no coach has ever won it for them 4 times in a row. So it's going to be difficult for them because this weekend they will be playing Borussia Dortmund.
So that's it. Home record gone. We keep saying it that records are made to be broken, but you cannot take away the quality from that Bayern Munich side. They have, they will go back now, look at it like, Mainz, where did we go wrong? But again, that's football where anything can happen. And I like the fact, I always come here and say I love oddity. I like the fact that Mainz did it, and of course it's a Nigerian in the mix.
Leon Balogun, yes, he was one of the guys who actually stayed at the back. They had 3 defenders at the back, and he felt, okay, we're playing Bayern. What do we do? Let's just see if we can soak up the pressure, then take them on the counter. That's
right. That's what they did right there. So for everyone doubting, yes, Bayern Munich can go to any ground and win, but this is a story of Mainz coming to the Allianz Arena and then they did the impossible. That's a very good one. Maybe could Samson Session might watch these highlights and say, hey, let's give Leon a call.
Yeah, definitely. The list will be out today.
So but if they didn't get that call,
we saw some other lists and some names calling and everything on papers this morning, so we don't know how far, if his name is going to be there. But I love the fact that, when you start a league, when we want to talk about German Bundesliga most times, Tayo Salam will tell you that, come on, let's not talk about that. Bayern Munich are losing the title, they are winning the title. But right now, it shows that they still have a lot to do. Borussia, right now, 5 points clear at the top. So once they drop any points right now, so they'll definitely have to fight till the end of the season. And for Pep Guardiola, we know that he wouldn't want to leave, Germany without setting his own record that people will actually be thinking of how to break. That's what he wants to do. But winning the 4th time right now, well, it's not going to be easy as he thought it's going to be.
And as we're running through the highlights, just see when Mainz had to go, put a dagger in the hearts of those Bayern Munich fans in the 85th minute. And when you score a goal, take the lead, even if you have just 1 bus, you get 2 more buses and you pack all of them, and that's the story. That's what
I know what they did to Arturo Vidal, and of course, Arjen Robben, he wouldn't actually like that.
You could see the frustration on the faces of the Bayern Munich players. Yes, victory is sweet. It's also sweeter when you're making records, beating everyone, but come on, that's football for you. The stories of Mainz went to the Allianz Arena and then they did the impossible. I like that. I'll keep talking about it. Tayo Salam, you see? It's football where anything can happen. That's right.
The reason for Mainz right now. I think it's actually a good one for them. So they will definitely be contending for the Champions League. They move up to 5th place. And for Leon Balogun, he said something that, look, we felt we were going to get something out of this game, and we had to go and get something out. Pep Guardiola is really looking forward to what's going to happen against Borussia Dortmund. They actually need to get back and see how they can actually win. If you can actually get that quote from both of them, talking about ahead of their next game and looking into the Champions League. And of course, for Pep, I think maybe we'll have to do something different against Borussia Dortmund. He says our performance wasn't good enough. No other team has won the Bundesliga 4 times in a row. So they're actually aiming to get a record there. This Borussia Dortmund team is completely different to the last 3 years, and we'll have to fight until the last game. So we definitely need that. We have to think of the next game, and of course today was a clear signal that it won't be easy. We must fight until the last second. And for Leon Balogun, he says, we knew they would have loads of possession, but we were also very good on the counter. And of course, the aim was to make use of any counter-attacking options we get. As soon as they equalized, we all started talking to each other to focus and be determined to get something out of this game. And of course, they didn't just get something, they got all the 3 points. And of course, broke their home record in the season.
Two important ingredients for success right there that Leon Balogun mentioned. We told ourselves to be focused and determined. That's right.
Determination and focus.
And, you know, they took the lead. Bayern came back into it. Focus and determination. They kept on pushing till the 85th minute, and then they got the winning goal. So that just works everywhere, no matter what you're doing. A little bit of focus and determination. That's what is also working for Nigeria's table tennis team. That's what the Super Eagles need when they go take on the Pharaohs of Egypt. That just does, you know, it just does the difference, you know, wherever, you know, with whatever we're talking about. So, good one. Composed finish right there. But of course, you always expect Bayern to clap back. Oh no, I told you that. It's like, come on, what's going on? What's going on? What's happening? See all the fans. We're losing it right there. Okay, you can count on this man to always, you know,
to give you what unexpectedly. Ian Robben, of course, he did that. He couldn't do it again twice.
But then you listen to Leon Balogun saying, look, we told ourselves we can get something out of this. They kept on pushing. In the 85th minute, this happened. You know, they kept on believing that, look, if we can score these guys and they come back, we can score them again. And particularly in the 85th minute when they're now coming all out, trying to catch minds on the counter. They can make mistakes. And
let's just be focused, determined, and get something out of the game. And of course, they did. Another determination, talking about IOC, that's International Olympic Committee. Thomas Bach had come out to say that, look, the corruption scandal that people talking about the bids for the 2020 Olympic Games and 2024 Olympic Games, so definitely it's not something they can actually talk about, in the sense that there's nothing like that. They put all measures in place to ensure that everything is going on smoothly.
Can you see what's going on? It started with football, and then it crept into athletics. Now it's going into the IOC. It means there need to be a lot of integrity checks
process,
in sports, particularly the bidding process. Yeah, that's right, because somebody will keep asking questions like, how did Qatar win the 2022 World Cup bid, you know? And then so I was like, Tokyo, how did they win the 2022 World Cup bid? A lot of questions coming out of this. But I understand where Thomas Bach is coming from. He's trying to distance the IOC out of all of these stormy waters that athletics and football seem to be swimming in, and seems they're loving it. So he's saying, no corruption bid here. This is the Olympics, the world's biggest sporting event. We won't, you know, tarnish our integrity. We won't think about ways of adding corruption into the bidding process. But hey, Cecilia, we can only talk about this. We're waiting. When the findings start coming out, we'll know.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's listen to Thomas Bach, the measures they put in place to ensure that, well, the bid for all the Olympic Games are definitely fair. He says they cannot really control what the states are doing, but they have that measures they put in place to ensure that everything is free and also fair for all of them.
The IOC has done, I think, as much as an organization can do to address the issue of corruption. We have all rules and instruments in place to fight corruption with zero tolerance, and we have made latest updates there following Olympic Agenda 2020. Why do we have all these rules in place, and why are we making all these efforts? Because we know that no government, no institution, and no organization is immune to this evil of corruption. And therefore, it is the duty and the obligation of an organization to have robust their tools and instruments and rules in place. When the first rumors came up, we have addressed WADA and the French authorities to provide us with the necessary information. and so far we have no evidence whatsoever in this respect. And I think you all know that this has just been confirmed by the French authorities in a statement today, where they made this clear.
So that's the International Olympic Committee, Thomas Bach. Cecilia, too late. Too late, whatever they have against the 2016 Rio Olympics, too late because Brazil is getting set. Athletes is getting... No, well, they can start investigations into
Well, France
Turkey.
have already started. That's what they're saying. France have actually started the proceedings saying they want to just investigate how it all happened. I think, I don't know, I'm afraid to say this.
What's wrong with Europe? They don't win a bid and there's a problem.
Exactly. Anytime you're having maybe a country they're not too sure of, you know, winning a bid is like, why Brazil? Now, after the World Cup and all that, you remember what happened, the whole negative publications they all got. By the end of the day, they hosted a very wonderful tournament.
That's
now
right.
They're looking at Olympics right now. I think there's actually no need for all of this.
Yeah.
But then it's going to keep them in check.
That's the word, and I like that, Cecilia. It puts them in check, and then it tells every other sporting organization in this world to make sure integrity is the watchword. Integrity, very important. That's right. That's what FIFA is struggling at the moment. That's what the IAAF is also struggling. Maybe, remember, we say it might just get into IBA. It might just be creeping gradually. But you see, these things happen. Even when I was in Brazil,
some sport needs to be protective. Like I love what this guy said, talking about FIFA President Infantino. He says the focus should be on the game, football, not on FIFA. So remove politics away from it and just focus on the game. If you're able to do that, I think people will talk more of the game than the politics that's happening around it.
That's right. That's what it is. So too late. They said the same thing about South Africa 2010, and then Africa gave them a world-class show. Same thing about the World Cup in Brazil. We saw a world-class show, but that's what it is. Everything needs to be on point. Administration needs to be right. Corruption needs to go.